Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 holes. 8, 9. 9 holes in my body. The number of God is 9. And there's 9 planets that run the universe. Okay? And you ain't going to trick this one. Only niceness and kindness. But I think we're too late. We're going beyond the point of no return. And so this is where we are, and that's why you're important. Somebody out there might hear you. Here, right here. I just transferred $50 million today. Now let me tell you how the universe works. If you got $10 million in the bank, and the bank could close next week, okay? All they pay you is $250,000, okay? But my son was the financial analyst for the city of New York that had trillions of dollars in the bank, and there's a system you call where they break it down so you don't lose nothing. It's my son, okay? That's what I got. So I'm calling people that I know, that I know, so they don't have to lose it, okay? And what they do with the computers, if you had $30 million in the bank, they put your number in, and that thing breaks it down to banks all over the world, so there's no more money in there than $250,000. That's what this is about. Ain't no such thing as who's rich and who's this and who's that, Ain't no such thing as so-and-so's good and so-and-so's bad, When Nelson Rockefeller decided he gonna run for president of the United States, he had a gay son, Michael. Back then, that's a no-no. So Nelson Rockefeller, his daddy, sent him to New Guinea on a business trip, and the cannibals ate him. Okay? And you move your head. You ain't white. Real white folks that know what they do. That's how they get to where they're going. Okay? I looked at the president 6 months ago sign a $80 billion piece of paper to buy the new jet. But I turned on the radio and turned on TV, and what do I hear? Begging to send money in for the veterans. And y'all stupid enough to go. Send money in for the veterans. They don't beg for bum money. This is what America is. A piece of doo-doo. God bless America. Hitler and them said that. And let me tell you something about Christianity. If you want to find the best documented on Christianity, you got to go to Germany. Germany has more Christian documents. They come from all over the world to study there. And look what it produced. This is a game. And so when we sit around and we look and we see, if there would have been dogs they was killing, white folks would have lost their appetite. We check all the major restaurants and they didn't have no cancellations the other day. No.
With everything that's going on, with everything that's happened in Dallas and everything that's went around the country the last week, the Republican convention coming up, they've got people in the harbor, they're in Cleveland, you've transferred money. Is this the tea kettle at a fever pitch right now?
No, it's not there yet. It's on its way there. No, you're going to suffer on this one. And me too. Out of all the nasty stuff we've done. But see, let me tell you how it really, the fever pitch hit. A black man become president. Can you white and black folk be so stupid to know the racism in this country? There's no way a black man could have been elected president. Let me tell you how it works. Black folks, I can't speak for white folks because I don't know them that well. Black folks have had a headache for 40 years. And then one day they get an examination and find out it's a brain tumor. That's America. This wench have had a brain tumor for over 100 years. Here's how the God talks to you. A black woman just got her picture on the front page, front of a $20 bill. The reason you know that black folk didn't have nothing to do with that, Because had we had something to do with it, we'd have lightened her up and fixed her up so she looked like she just finished Harvard. These young white folks that had something to do with it said, let's show the world what a slave woman looked like. But more important than that, is the front of the $20 bill before her picture's going to go on it was President Jackson. He's a slave owner. Now, here's how the real God worked. Replace the president with a slave. That's what happened. And most folks don't even know that. They didn't even see that. Huh? Go back and look at her. Look at her. Look what this country has made of me because I didn't stoop to hatred. I'm talking about me, Dick Gregory. Nobody on the planet has ever gone through what black folks have gone through during slavery, and yet the real white folks hire us to take care of their babies, watch their children. Ignorant white folks as scared as me because when you look at me, you see your filth. When you look at me, you see your filth. I ain't never been a mobster. I ain't never brought drugs in, huh? Black on black crime, that's your excuse, huh? People have always, Romans kill Romans. Y'all didn't put no tune to it. Okay, now watch this now. Watch it. You have the electric chair. Now, I'm talking to all you white folks out there and all you silly Negroes that think you white. I'm going to give you something that ain't too hard for you to figure out, okay? If my trifling cousin, and y'all got some too, don't act like you haven't, came to Columbus today and came out to this beautiful area where we are, and walked into the Hilton Hotel, my cousin, and killed 20 white folks, he gonna get the electric chair. If he did it in Washington, D.C., huh? They'd move it because Washington, D.C. don't have electric. They'd move it across the line to Virginia. Now, I want y'all to hear this good, especially you folks that think you white. If Prince Charles's drug addict son came here and killed 1,000 white folks, you know he ain't going to get the electric chair, but you can't deal with that because you want to believe you're free. You want to believe you white. Do I have to say this again? Huh? Do I have to say this again? And when y'all look in that mirror and start seeing a nigger-hating redneck quacker like I do, you might start figuring out stuff. You might start figuring out stuff. But you can't because you're locked up in this bullshit. Oh, we're going to have this for the cops. We're going to have this. See, the great thing about King, you didn't need nothing because King would have been there with that love and that peace and the kindness. Y'all sit around and you pick your stars. Mahatma Gandhi, he was a pedophile, man. And all you got to do is check the records. He wasn't born in India. In 1904, he led an army. Y'all don't even know that, huh? They give you whatever they want to give you, and you buy it. So here's a man came, Obama, me and Kathy Hughes, talked to an FBI agent 15 years before he'd been president. And he says, it's going to be a black man. It's going to be president. He's going to wear white. So people think I'm a problem. So before all this happened, when I said he'll win by a landslide, and he'll win the second one by a landslide. So all my research friends around the world said, you don't never say nothing bad about Obama. Why? You know who he is. I said, well, the first time he run, one rifle crazy. And you heard him saying, you'll be a one-term president. You'll be a one-term president. You'll be a one-term president. They went crazy. Second time he run, they mad now. The only way you deal with a mad dog is kill it. There's no medicine for a mad dog. So y'all sitting out there that think this is just a feeling. You see, 300 years ago, the American government sent the scientists, linguist scientists, to there, to Columbia, to study hieroglyphics. He said that we can't break it down now, but we will break it down. Hieroglyphics. 150 years later, they broke it down. Here's what it said. White man, one day, the white lady going to do the same thing to your children you doing to ours. And 300 years ago, cocaine wasn't called the white lady. See, when you're supreme, you don't have to call yourself supreme. At all. And I looked at the Pope here, had sciatica so bad, he couldn't hardly walk, and I want him to wash my feet. I'm the one that did the research, and all I got to do is check it. Then folks in South America think the Pope was born in a village outside of Italy. Okay? That's how long they planned. They sent him over there. And if you ever get the courage to punch up the dirty Pope, his name comes up. Okay? And if you look back on your computer, especially you thugs out there listening, here's what you'll find. February the 2nd, 2012, the Bank of Italy suspended all Vatican credit cards. Did y'all know that? Because they was laundering drug money, they was laundering little girls and laundering little boys. Shut them down. Okay, now you don't have to take this from nigger Greg. You dealing with something bigger than me. Now watch this now. So, Sweden. Can you white folk be stupid enough to believe that Sweden don't have no army? Huh? No soldiers? But all the dirty people in the world put their money in Swiss banks. They got something over there we don't know about. You don't have to be smart to figure that out. So they went and got the money they needed from Swiss banks at a horrible price. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. And so when you look at, what's going on, and listen to the shows, man. Listen to that bullshit. You hear it? NBC, CBS, Dan Rather. He's a punk reporter when Kennedy got shot. He worked at a radio newspaper 30 miles outside of Dallas. So when they come up with the Zapruder film, where it showed some stuff they didn't mean for it to show. Well, they said, this will just really devastating for the Kennedy family, so we'll get a pool reporter to review it. And he'll tell the world if he saw anything. Otherwise, so he lied, and they moved him all the way up to the anchor. He's part of the filth, okay? One of my good personal friends, man. One of my good personal friends. And we talked every day, man. And he went in and did 5 interviews, back to back, with LBJ. And LBJ, up until this, I always thought LBJ had something to do with it. And LBJ said, I always thought Lee Harvey acted alone, but I realized it's a conspiracy.